Hey everybody, so sorry about this, but I am live now, so we are going to get this underway. Here we go. Where am I at? Yeah, this is a mess. But anyways, a good mess, right?
It is a very good mess.
Oh, geez, you're talking over the intro. You guys can hear it.
Is it just me?
Oh, man.
Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Late Horror Show. What is going on? I don't think I've come across any problems like that in years, but it's kind of my fault because I didn't test things before we did something like this. So I couldn't use Skype because of the echo. I couldn't use Discord because of the echo. So he's basically on the iPad here, and we are going to listen to him talk right on the iPad. So we're going to have some fun and talk with Luke from Confused Reviews in a minute. Hey, Luke, how you doing?
How's it going, Dino?
Good.
It's nice to talk to you. It's been a long time since we've been on a stream together.
Oh, heck yeah, man. It's been forever. And I do apologize, everybody out there, for the audio quality, as I'm a perfectionist, as you know. And
I sound bad. I can end every comment like I'm on a walkie-talkie.
You know what? You're going to sound good anyways. I mean, everybody in the chat, let me know. He sounds fine. I'm sure he sounds fine. But anyways, hey, one girly girl. Hey, Ginger, what's going on? Connie Clary, Tracy Asteria. Richard Speaker is here. Bubba, Tracy Asteria. Zach, what happened to your little emoji there? Anyways, good to see you, Zach. The Charles Jackson Archives. I do believe that's...
Yep, that's my boy.
That's your boy right there, right?
Big shout. Everyone go subscribe to Boxingpedia. Absolute fire boxing documentaries. And overall good dude. And I'm going to get all the shilling out real quick because I won't do it otherwise. Confused Reviews is my main channel. Pick It and Flick It is my podcast channel. We just put out a hour-long rambling session, quite similar to what Dino and I are going to say, where my illustrious producer Vox, who is going to be listening in, I think, in the playback eventually, who helps me out with these videos tremendously, and he wanted me to plug that video. So go check out all that stuff. And check out more Late Horror Show videos.
Well, of course. Yeah.
I know you haven't watched all of them, so go watch another one.
Yeah, no. The old school stuff we'll get to. But, you know, we are here to kind of spotlight a channel, and you guys won't be disappointed. So what I wanted to do, and I was going to mention Pick It and Flick It because that's his other channel that he does with Vox, where they just pick a flick and talk about it. And it's not always that way. They kind of go back and forth, but I love the format. It's a great podcast.
Dino is one of the most consistent viewers, always tapping in with comments, and it always makes the cold-hearted producer V crack a little smile every time. So.
Yep, there you go. No, I really enjoy that, man. I really do. And we are going to premiere right here Luke's video for Confused Reviews.
An exclusive.
Yes, an exclusive right here, shown for the first time. Jason vs. Freddy teaser trailer, and I believe I heard you say it's going to be like nearly an hour long.
It's probably going to be over an hour.
Okay.
The video is without a doubt the biggest project I've ever tried to tackle. It's the culmination of not only obviously the insane 17 movies that make up the Elm Street and Friday saga.
Yep.
But it's also the kind of not end, but it's definitely a milestone because I've reviewed every single movie from both of those series, except for a few, but all the big sequels and stuff. So this is a lot, and the movie had a lot of interesting production, and there was 18 different unmade versions and tons of different scripts, and directors were thrown around. Guillermo del Toro, James Cameron, like big names were tossed around here. And how we got from A to Z is an insane story. And I've never seen a video where they go through every single script and the movie we got, and kind of, because that's one of the things I try to hone with these more recent videos I've done over the last year and a half, is I want this to be kind of a one-stop shop for the movie that you click on. So if you click on the Thing review from 1982, which just celebrated 40 years, I want the viewer to leave with everything that I find interesting about that movie, from front to back, and try to put my own spin on it. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know it just evolves into terrible jokes and a lot of references and just goofy nonsense.
Well, that's what I like about your channel. And again, we've kind of gone way back from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, 7 years.
Dino is my oldest YouTube friend.
Yes. Which
Both
is
in age and how long I've known him.
right. And hello, Sarah Lanehart. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Thanks everyone for coming out live.
Yes. Well, again, the numbers, you know, it's always a game with how many people are going to be watching. 23, I'm a little, I thought more would come, but we'll see. Everybody comes a little bit later and rewatches after the fact of the video is played. But
as far as my experience has gone, coming later is better than coming early.
Yes, and you're going to get a little R-rated Luke here with.
Oh, should I keep it a little more G-rated?
No, you're fine.
I didn't say anything there. Whatever you took from that is your own implication.
Yeah, exactly. And how can you
Susan.
not take? How can you not, or Susan? How can you not take it? Anyways, Zach Cato, Dino, I get paid Friday. Hey, no worries, Zach. I no worries at all. I appreciate all the support everybody gives me. Again, links to everything are in the description. Luke's channel, Confused Reviews. And I want to say just real quick, okay, we'll start this way, even though we've been all over the place. Dino is the first channel I became a patron
You got to go forward to go back.
One girly girl. I'm always jumping.
Press on.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Ginger. That's nice to know. Hey, much love to all of you guys, man. You guys all know how much I love you. And I'm trying to share my experience on YouTube and the people and channels that I kind of respect and really feel deserve a lot more than they have. And Confused Reviews is one of them. It's basically, you never see Luke. He's a mystery. He's a mystery. Yeah. But he's a cartoon drawing. Again, how would you explain yourself for your YouTube channel, Luke?
Well, see, this is the hard thing. Is it's hard to kind of narrow it down, I guess. I was trying to wrestle with that actually yesterday. Another shout out to my man CJ. I was on his live stream yesterday, and I was just kind of talking about it. And recently I went in my channel description and tried to verbally explain or I guess kind of encapsulate what it is, because like movie reviews I feel like is the easiest way to just briefly explain it. Like if you're just like passing someone in the street and you want to tell them for some reason, you would say, but there's movie review.
Yeah,
but
a lot more to it though. Yeah.
I found the word edutainment not too long ago, and I like that.
That's good. Yeah.
It's like part documentary, part movie review, but it's just kind of my experience with the movie, whether it's good or bad.
A little education and a little bit of entertainment along with it.
Sure, yeah. Because I the more I've done, the more I want to kind of dive into like production and background, and I like to kind of do all that stuff, like alternate endings I really like, and stuff like that. Yeah. Night Fright Talk Show, hey, what's up? And JLR, hugs as always. Good to see everybody. But yeah, no, I would consider it a, you got your cartoon characters there, and they're kind of still. You kind of flash from one picture to another while telling a story of the movie, throwing out facts. Then you'll have skits in between.
It's just great stuff, and the time.
It's all over the place. That's the bottom line. Is you never really know what's gonna.
And that comes with edutainment.
Edutainment.
Right? Yes. So yeah, no, it's a very intricate movie review type show that he does. And you know what? Before everybody takes off here, I'm going to just go ahead and show you what he does right here, right now. Let you guys see exactly what I'm talking about as we're talking about him and his channel. So
this is a 2-minute teaser that was once on my Patreon. It was also shown on that live stream yesterday, and now for the very first time on YouTube, the first of what will probably end up being like an hour and a half bonanza of more Freddy versus Jason knowledge than one person's mind would ever need.
Yes, 100%, man. So with that said, I am going to air Jason vs. Freddy teaser trailer. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to Confused Reviews, where cartoon drawing reviews movies.
Bless you.
Crossover events are truly one of the most fascinating and lucrative strategies in all of recorded media. It isn't a new concept by any stretch, and once again, the horror genre was instrumental in allowing characters to interact, dating all the way back to the classic Universal monsters and continuing into the 50s Monster Madness and Nuclear Nincompoops. But since time is a perfect circle, these mind-manipulating moneymakers have continually ramped up in the last decade. Just a few short years ago, the idea of having Batman and Superman in the same movie seemed outlandish and impossible. Now we've got 3 Spider-Men simultaneously sharing the big screen, and crossover universes so vast they may swallow up cinema whole.
Hey, did you hear they're making Fast and the Furious meets Back to the Future?
So I don't think there's ever been a better opportunity to finally review the movie that served as every slasher fan's biggest wet dream since Joey's waterbed in The Dream Master, yet through some miracle actually exists. The culmination of 17 movies, hundreds of racked up kills, and the legacy and reputation of 2 of the slasher genre's biggest and bloodiest heavyweights. 2003's Freddy vs. Jason.
So there you go. I mean, come on. I think the work speaks for itself. Luke, fantastic job on that. And that's just a teaser. You got an hour of that, huh? Over an hour.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the kind words on that. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I don't want to like hype it up as it's going to be like the best video, but like I'm hoping that it'll be the best one I've put out so far. There are a few that kind of stick out in my head as like really good, but like from the script to so far what I've been able to put together editing wise, I think it's going to be just one of the most unique takes on Freddy versus Jason.
Oh yeah, no. It's. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait for it to come out. Again, everybody go check out Confused Reviews. The link is in there. And 19 people, come on, you guys. Where are you? What is going on? I mean, jeez. No, I'm a complainer. When views aren't there, I'm like, what's going on? Hey, we're talking about movies, man. Let's talk about movies. You love a lot of the older stuff, things that sometimes, we're not going to say ages or nothing like that here, but you're young, you're younger, but and boy, when we met. But anyways, I won't say.
Actually 6 years old. I'm 6.5.
Exactly. He does Lego. Well, anyways, Lego Movie is an alright movie. But anyways,
Lego Movie kicks ass.
Yeah, it does. Whatever. It
was really fun though, going through and getting all the clips and movies together for that little opening spiel.
Yeah. What's your most popular video on the channel so far?
I think right now it's the Dukes of Hazzard movie, which is funny because I hate that video. I think the video's terrible. It's not a horror movie, which is the ones that I've kind of been. I wouldn't say pigeonholed it, but
Yeah.
pigeon-held. But it's definitely what I do the most, enjoy the most, and I guess would probably be known for. I don't know. It's interesting because
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard and scary movies have kind of gone neck and neck as what brings in the most eyes.
Oh, right, right, yeah, and that's what when I think of you, I do think of Dukes of Hazzard because I know you're a big fan, and that's just a review that stuck out, and for some reason.
Yeah, well, another thing I've been toying with, I asked on my community page, I put up a poll saying, like, in between the big movie reviews like Freddy vs. Jason and then Scream 3 is next and so on and so on, I said, how would season ranking videos of seasons of TV and just going through and doing little mini reviews of each and then placing all those in a rank, and then hopefully, in theory, eventually I'll do every season of a show, and then I can make a final video ranking the entire show and putting together kind of all videos beforehand.
You mean the old TV series, like the old Dukes of Hazzard and?
Yep. So that's going to be the first one I do. I've been writing and watching
Very
simultaneously while editing. It's been a lot of fun to go back to the show that I've seen many, many times, but it's been years since I sat down and focused on it like that. So it's a lot of fun, and it's interesting because the show is very hard to find.
Yes.
All that dubious controversy, which it doesn't really make sense, and if you watch the show for more than 5 seconds, it doesn't make any sense. Being a good person, helping your neighbor, fighting the system. Yeah. Those are all terrible morals, and we should not do those. But it's interesting. The first season is a lot darker. It's grittier, I would say, because I think they were in a later time slot, so they could be a little more raunchy. There's Daisy Duke joking about incest in the pilot episode. I was like, wow, that's a bit out there, but it was before it became kind of more family friendly and sanitized, but all in due time we'll get there.
A lot of those older shows, especially in the 70s, handled some deep topics in their series. So I don't know if you'd ever what are some of your favorites back say 70s TV series, or is it just maybe 80s? Somewhere around there.
I kind of bounce around. Dukes of Hazzard, obviously. Starsky and Hutch is up there for sure.
Okay.
A-Team and MASH. I'm not super fans of, but I've seen a bunch of that. And then Chips was another one that I really liked.
Have you reviewed WW84 yet? I just saw it today. McDougal McStiffy. You know what he's talking about?
I've not reviewed any superhero movie, I don't think.
Oh, Wonder Woman 84. Jesus criminy. McDougal.
Oh, you didn't.
No, I didn't catch
it flawlessly.
Wonder Woman 84. Well.
Thank you to Tracy, who keeps, I believe, a few times has.
Oh yeah, Tracy's
dropped the link in there.
Tracy's awesome. Always putting the links out there, as do others. Everybody in this chat is just fantastic. Matthew Sloan, what is going on?
But for McDoyle rules. I mean McDougal. I have not reviewed Wonder Woman 84, but I have seen it, and it's not very good. But I'd be interested to know what you thought.
Yeah. Hey, the Happy Plague Doctor, what's going on? I would suggest anybody. I think a lot of people on the channel would really dig what he does because he's an old school kind of guy when it comes to what he likes. I mean, not that he doesn't like newer stuff, but he tackles a lot of the older stuff.
I've put in equal amount of passion, I guess is a good word for it, into a 40-minute video on the 2017 It movie, as much as I did, I think, nearly a 30-minute video talking about the 2010 A-Team remake.
Yes,
it's just another part of that unpredictability I like I never seen a review where it's kind of gone through thoroughly on certain movies like that. So
Yeah.
for every like example, Scream 3, where there's a billion reviews and every opinion and theory and backstory has been discussed, it's nice to go in and be able to make a video on the 2017 Chips movie, which like it's not like an uber popular one, but it was one that I really enjoyed doing, and like I bought a cameo from Larry Wilcox where like I kind of inadvertently had him talk to the director of the movie saying like he heard that the movie wasn't very good, but he didn't know he was talking about the movie.
Yeah.
I worded it very strategically. I said it was for my buddy Dax, because Dax Shepard, a guy I like. I have no ill will towards him. Him and his wife seem like great people. They're Michigan natives, so what's up with it? But D-Town. But
yeah.
Like I went in there and I said, this is for my buddy Dax. He recently went through something. A project of his didn't work out. And then like I shine the box office numbers and like the Rotten Tomato scores, because they're both terribly low.
Yeah.
And the movie had a big budget and it was a huge flop. So I thought it would be funny if I kind of inadvertently make the cast that he didn't even ask to be in the movie, but Eric Estrada was in it, which I used that clip in the intro for this season 5 because that's the only scene in that movie worth a shit.
Yeah. No, I hear from you. Would you ever tackle Three's Company?
Like the show?
Yeah. The TV.
That would be...
I think it would be cool to like hear your opinion and the way you do your reviews, like go back and forth between like Chrissy, Cindy, and what's her name? Oh my God, Terry. So between the three, like I could see you going back and forth, telling the flaws of one, but yet Chrissy, the fumbling, idiot, whatever,
Well, that's funny because the script for season 1 of Dukes of Hazzard is exactly how I would write it if it were one of my movie reviews. Because like the most recent episode I watched today, they're like transporting a prisoner. Because there's a bunch of episodes where the guys who are always getting chased by the cops have to like become the cops and like take another bad guy. It happens a bunch, but in this one they carry this guy, and instantly I looked at him and I just wrote down roided out Hannibal Lecter, and I'm obviously gonna like have that pop in just like it would be in the reviews.
Yeah, no, that's it. Ralph Furley, Karate Master. Oh yeah, and the Ropers and Mr. Furley. There's so much you can tackle in the Three's Company franchise. I don't know how much you've watched of Three's Company, but I think you would really like that.
I've seen every episode, but I've seen a fair amount.
Yeah, Tracy says Three's Company would be an amazing review done. Yeah. And McDougal McStiffy says WW84, Wonder Woman 84. Could use some jiggling. I know what
I instantly thought of a joke. Because when the quality of the show starts to dip, I could say I'm Jack tripping down the stairs, just like the quality of this fucking show.
Oh, jeez, Jack tripping down the stairs. Yeah.
That one's on the house, fellas.
Oh, my God. No, and that's the kind of jokes you'll get on his reviews. Anyways.
John Ritter, as my man CJ just pointed out. I'm surprised. I just thought about it. I didn't even make a Three's Company joke in my Bride of Chucky video where he gets nails in his face.
Nails in his face.
That's on me. I take accountability. I'm sorry.
Yes, John Ritter in Bride of Chucky. He plays a police officer, and you look at him if you're a Three's Company fan and you're kind of an older individual or whatever. Yeah.
It's what were you saying?
It's just he plays a different character. Like you would look at him and as a police officer being an a-hole, you know what I mean? And you're like going, oh my God, that's Jack Tripper. What is going on there? But
it transforms his image.
Yes, very much so. It is such a sad thing that he had just a little heart thing from birth and caused him to die early. It's just it kind of sucks, but that's the way life is, man. Hey, Grant L, what is going on? Just talking with Yep.
It's nuts. It all goes full circle because Jason Ritter, his son, is
Yeah.
in Freddy versus Jason.
Yep. His son started.
Ronnie Hughes keeping the whole family employed.
There you go. And he's been in a couple other really good series too, but I can't remember at the moment. But yeah. Okay. Again, you do skits too in your reviews with Freddy, Jason, Scream, Pinhead.
Pinhead, he hasn't been around for a while. He might be making a comeback.
Okay.
As if anyone knows the alternate potential endings of Freddy versus Jason. I feel like I'm just gushing about Freddy versus Jason, but like
No.
he's got a lot going on. He might be coming back as reference to what might have been, what could have, and almost was. But I also have the They Live alien. He serves as like a nice, like, just representation of like the everyman, I guess, like just the average consumer is kind of my thought process there. And I just have him like wear a beanie, and he's got like the Consume shirt right out of They Live.
Okay.
I haven't really introduced these yet as like characters.
Yeah.
But I have the 3 silver shamrock masks now, and I'm thinking about
Seeing
making
that.
them be like representing of like children, and
Okay.
like how they react, like almost a play on how you used to experience horror movies, like sitting in front of the TV in the dark, and you're all with your little buddies, and you're like, holy crap, you know?
Yeah.
And Rob Zombie's Halloween's on the horizon, so that'd be, I think, a good time to bring that in.
Yeah, no, very cool. Nathan, Rita, nice to see you there. I think we've touched on this. It's a thing that we've made fun of many times in the past. Your favorite out of the franchises? I can't remember.
Oh man, are we doing this? Are we going to the most generic
Yes.
horror channel questions?
Well, you got Freddy versus Jason. We're pumping it up. So let's.
So here we go.
Let's go.
Freddy's my favorite icon.
Okay.
Jason has the coolest series, and Halloween is my favorite horror movie ever.
Okay.
Followed closely by The Thing.
Oh man.
I don't know what else is a generic question. What's
Well,
my favorite Jason Voorhees kill, as Brian Gatto would say.
Well, if you got one, go ahead.
Well, they're all fucking awesome.
Well, right, yeah, no. Jason from the Friday the 13th series has killed every victim in so many different ways. I do give the franchise that. Like, they've always come up with unique ways to kill a victim, you know?
It's so funny because the further down the series you go, the tamer the deaths get. Because
right.
By that time in the 80s,
yeah.
the MPAA was having none of that shit.
Yeah, come on, no spears up through the chest or in the eyes and the throat. Well, you know what? We got Saw. I mean, we got all these other movies. We got Hostel. So it came back again.
That's what it always does. It gets sanitized for a bit,
and then comes right back.
It has to go even bigger
yes.
for it to. So who knows what'll happen the next time it gets really raunchy in the horror genre? Because we're not quite there, but there's some kind of crazy shit going on, but not quite the torture porn days of yesteryear, because those were. Whew.
Oh my God! It was something that I didn't care for. I mean, you know, it was just a little too overboard. The first Saw was pretty good story-wise, script-wise. But then it just, you know, it was just all about the torture porn. And
well, Producer V is a die-hard Saw fan, so if he were here, he would be relentlessly defending these puppies. And I enjoy them, every single one, to an extent. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's reminds me of, like, the old Coliseum days, I guess, where it's just human nature to enjoy seeing gruesome, weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's something in all of our brains that we kind of tap into, where we're like, we shouldn't be watching this, but seeing this chick get her arm ripped off by a bear and then thrown into a trash compactor and then beaten to death with hammers, it's interesting stuff, and it's always real creative most of the time, hopefully.
Oh yeah, and it's not about defending it. It's really just about what you like in the horror, you know, genre. You know what I mean?
Sure. And that's what's great about it, is there's so many different things to like and genres and little subgenres and little niches and different Because saying you're like a scary movie fan is like saying you're a sports fan. Like that could mean fucking anything.
Exactly. There are degrees. I mean, heck, I seen you with the clips there throwing in some old school Universal. So I know you. I'm pretty sure you kind of dig the Universal horror too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've. It's definitely not. I'm not like.
Right.
On a mid Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
But I try to be as I don't know, as much a horror historian.
Yeah.
Is that even?
No, that sounds good because everything has been taken from what came before, and the Universal horror. Well, they took from the silence and then Universal kind of just put all the money into it and made it bigger it's better.
Just a huge parasitic churning out of the same idea with a different coat of paint every couple years. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
There's only 7 stories, or is that right? 7, I think. And we're all just jumping on the same few tired tropes. And,
yeah, pretty much.
What I like, because obviously the movies of the 40s are not going to have the same pacing and energy and acting as something that just came out last weekend, and so you always got to kind of excuse the cringiness, as it were. But the reason I like to explore older, like, black and white movies and stuff like that is it's always interesting to see how it's put together, and you see how it was clearly made this way and this length, and these certain things happen at certain times, because this was seen in the theater and only in the theater for the longest time.
Yep.
Everything's got to wrap up real quickly. Like it was either whichever of the two, Universal, either Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, or I'm actually sure it's House of Frankenstein.
Okay.
I was watching it, and Frankenstein like breaks out, and the doctor helps him out, and in my brain I was thinking, okay, here's when like the action climax is gonna start, and the two of them just like walk in a lake and the movie ends, and I was like, holy shit, that was people would riot in the streets if that's how the movie ended today.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it's they're great movies. I mean, come on. It's like you said, they're about an hour long, most of them, and the storylines all interconnect with each other. Universal, even Hammer, some of their movies, although I'm not a big fan of all of them, but I do like a lot of them. The Charles Jackson Archives, Hammer, and Universal all the way. Heck yeah. Tom Night Music, what's going on? Nice to see you. I support this channel 110%. I have to go to bed early most nights, so I can't chat on here as much as I like to, and just noticed that my subscription didn't renew. No problem, Zach. I know we're all family here, man. I appreciate you, and I know
it's
you
like
guys.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Exactly. Everybody in here is wonderful. Like I said, kind of a new segment, so people will eventually venture in here and see what it's all about. What is this confused reviews about? What is this?
You gotta be the test pilot before this
right?
movie really gets started.
Or if it continues, So
So
no.
So you can use me as the test dummy for when you get the real channels on this sucker.
Oh please. Well, heck, I talked to Doug Bradley too, man. Did you see that interview I did?
I did. I was
fantastic, man. It was a great interview. I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back, but when you get a kind of a friendship type thing with somebody that big and just talk about, just a regular conversation with the guy, not your every.
That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like the normal interview. It just seemed like
exactly
you ran into him and you guys just kind of chatted for a bit, which was nice.
Which is exactly the way it worked. I mean, his wife is a big fan of the channel, digs the old school stuff, and man, some of her artwork, man, it's like Clive Barker type stuff. I mean, it's really and Hellraiser type art. I mean, so she's got some influence from Doug there, and it's a really cool thing. But how all that worked out was fantastic and awesome. And I'm glad I was able to talk to him. But Anyways, I just seen it.
Robert Englund's next, then, right?
I'd like to. I talked to Doug because Doug is friends with, Robert Englund, and
They have like a slasher group chat.
They do. They have kind of a, boy. They take car rides during the convention. Stories that he was telling me, during conventions and cause a little bit of trouble and stuff like that. It's Robert Englund.
Can you imagine working hotel security?
Yeah.
And you check the security feed, and the entire rogue gallery of 80s slasher icons is in the fucking lobby, smacking the vending machine.
Yes, that's exactly what I pictured in my head when he said, he was telling me about, Robert Englund is the one that always is the instigator of what's going on.
And I can just imagine him doing the Freddy laugh.
Right, yep.
Everywhere he goes.
Yes. It was fantastic hearing some of that stuff. Cow fart, what is going on? He says, to be honest, most movie reviews, not here, are completely confused. So I kind of agree with you. The days of movie reviews, just plain old movie reviews, are kind of going by the wayside.
Well, yeah, because that's the other thing is you hear the term movie review and you think of the guy in front of the green screen and he chats for a bit and then he gives the score and it works out great.
Yeah.
And they bring in the views, but I wouldn't even call myself a critic. I don't like that word.
No.
I don't have any merit or status to be acting like I am above any of the stuff that I talk about.
Right.
I talk about everything I do because I enjoy it, and I'm a movie fan.
Yep.
And it serves as a creative outlet to this weird obsession I have for some reason, where I like to make dick jokes about Freddy's dead for some reason.
Yeah.
Just because.
No. That's what makes your channel a little bit different from anybody else out there. When
I hear critic, I think of Roger Ebert waddling into the theater with his little clipboard, ready to say that the movie wasn't good.
Oh yeah, no, it's movie critics. They give you they kind of push it down your throat exactly how they feel and want you to feel the same exact way, and that's not what it's all about. It's all about your experience while watching a film. Like we've talked about this before, there's so many bad films that we find ourselves as individuals that we connect with, and we're like, I love this film, but it came up on one of the movie nights we were going to have here, Terror Vision. It's got a
Terror Vision,
but it's got a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, which means
which is fair. I think.
I guess.
Which is fair.
Yeah, okay.
Could you imagine just playing that on a big screen projector in the middle of Times Square? People would be dropping dead of heart attacks right there.
I
don't think casual everyday Joes are ready for that kind of movie.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Terror Vision, and I like it, and everything's looks like it's been slimy the entire time, and it's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A 0? I don't think so. I don't think any movie has a 0.
Well, again, that's what I say. Well, it doesn't deserve a 0. But again,
it's kind of funny though. That is
right. It is.
That's the general, almost complete consensus on that website is this movie has no artistic merit or value at all.
Oh my God! And
it's a fucking 0.
And that's where they're wrong, though, because the characters are great, the situations are great. There's not a dull moment in that film at all. You've got swingers, you've got a nude woman in the middle of a pool in this house that is, just like a small museum. It's fantastic. And then the aliens. I mean, then you got this weird alien dude that comes from outer space to get the other alien, which is a pet somehow. It's just so bizarre.
When you think about it, you think Rick and Morty stole interdimensional cable from Terror Vision?
I don't know. Rick and Morty,
Dan Harmon on the phone. I think we got him.
I think you're right, and I didn't even think of that. Oh my God, yes, I think you might be right. But anyways,
we got him. I told you it's all the same shit. We're just
yeah. It's it's just again, everybody's worst movie is somebody's favorite movie. So it's all subjective. It's if you're in a good mood and you're watching this with a group of friends and it's just a piece of crap, but you like it because it's got a fond memory attached to it. So it is what it is.
And that's the fun thing about doing the videos and especially like being able to show the clips from the movie and the audio, and obviously you got to constantly adapt how much you can show for how long, and you got to obscure the screen, make the video smaller, fancy backgrounds. It's just a constant evolving editing juggling act, but at the end of the day, it's a way to potentially show somebody a movie and
in a
get them
different
to
way.
go watch it and go seek it out that they never would have otherwise.
Right, yeah, different way, and again, older movies that the newer generation might not know about or even care to watch, and then they see it coming from you, and they're like, "Oh, I'll go check that out," because there's
because that way, because that's another thing I was trying to implement was I made that little I think it's like a metal arm was the source image where I put what movie is in there, like the logo, because that way, like you said, someone might see that. Oh shit, Frankenstein was in the same movie as the Wolfman before. What is that?
Yupper.
Now they know the movie, ready to go.
Yupper, man. Good stuff. Zach Cato in the chat. Yeah, they're talking about just the morning overnight when everybody wakes up and they hop back on the old time radio shows and they're listening. It's like morning coffee talk kind of. Everybody's talking and just waking up and going, "Hey, how's it going?" And then conversation starts and everybody has a good old time. So that's what they're talking about, Zach Cato. So it's the same channel. They're just talking about different times. So there you go. But so what else can I ask you? Boy, we've had so many fun times. They don't even know the half of it. I mean, it's just there's some. Well, I won't give away too much there, but you can see him in some of our casual commentaries that we've done on the channel too, right here. But
with Eric.
Yeah, with Eric from the Death Twitch, who I'd love to get him back on for another casual commentary. It's tough. He's got back issues and stuff like that. But eventually one day here, hopefully, we can get him on here. But I'm going to try to touch base with some other channels that we've talked to in the past. But anyways, Dino, ask about Hammer movies, says Connie Clary. Have you seen many? Are you a fan of Hammer films?
I wouldn't call myself an aficionado, but
No.
I've definitely seen a fair amount. Christopher Lee. He's definitely one that I think of when I hear Dracula.
Yeah.
Aside from Bat and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I would say, it's hard. Go ahead.
What's that?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, because that's when, now we're in color. We show the graphic blood. It's going
Right.
to start to get a little more sexual. And
Yep.
That's really when the filth started. Really, that's when it all
Well,
went downhill.
yes, Hammer Horror dove into a bit of the risque later.
This ain't your grandpa's vampire flick.
But see, that happened in the 70s, Luke. The late 50s and the 60s, you got the great ones, the Draculas, the Frankensteins, the kind of going along the storylines like Universal did. And then they started to spawn off into the sexuality and showing them more cleavage and boobs and this and that. So
my fragile eyes are melting under the weight of thinking
right.
of a female breast.
Oh, geez. Tracy asks, so what is the most favorite review you have done with Dino? I don't think we've ever done a review together. But
You definitely cameoed more than a few times.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's fun, because, I like doing the big crossover videos, but I don't do them very often because really at the end of the day, it just becomes more work on me.
Right.
Because
the way you do it.
I love doing it, but it already takes me a fuck ton of time to edit the audio and the video and whatever, and then adding not only myself and how much I mess up, but then you add another person's raw audio
Yeah.
who messes up as well,
Yeah.
then it becomes twice as much and blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes the audio quality doesn't sync. And like you said, it's a perfectionist thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I like doing little cameos. And that's why whenever I have like a little stupid idea, I'll just pop on and be like, hey, Dino, can you do this?
Yeah, no, so I'm in a couple at least of his videos on his channel, but the thing he's done with me on the channel are the casual commentaries, and that's where we've just sat around and BS'd while watching a movie, and some of those have been the funnest times on my channel. I mean, really, I've enjoyed those thoroughly. So
Drinks were spilled, laughs were had. It's a good time.
Heck yeah, man. Sarah, I'll allow this question, even though I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about it. But how do you guys feel about the Final Destination series? You know, I wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe I need to go rewatch them. But you're probably a bigger fan of the series than I am.
Totally, yeah. I definitely enjoy. They're all in that same kind of category to me as Saw, where like the horror is in the thought of being there yourself.
Yeah.
Which obviously that's how it is for the movie, anyways. Putting yourself in the shoes, but really with those, you're thinking like, oh shit, what if I was having a premonition that the plane's gonna go down, and then the plane goes down, and you make it.
Yeah.
What if you have a, because people have that. You'll have a dream, and then something will happen, and then a few days later that thing will happen. And you're like, what the fuck was that? And it's just weird stuff like that. And they've been saying there's going to be a new one coming out, like following like medical personnel, like ambulance workers, fire, police. That would be really interesting. I think that would be really neat to kind of allow the movie or series, because it'll probably be like a 12-part miniseries on Hulu, HBO Max, Apple Plus.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
But like that would be a really interesting way to show the absolute horrors that they see probably on the daily basis, and it would also allow for some creative and weird shit to happen. Like someone could get their guts blasted out with a fire hose, or an ambulance runs over someone's head. I don't know. Who cares?
No. And that's the same exact reason I didn't care too much for him, is because of that kind of stuff. But again, that's just me. I just don't like the gore as much as I can deal with the gore in the 70s, 80s type movies because it was done in a way that special effects,
like Kool-Aid,
right, or Hershey syrup, or whatever you want to say,
Alfred Hitchcock, baby.
Yep.
Well, Connie is asking what the first horror show I ever watched was, and if anyone wants to ask any question, ask anything, I'll answer it.
Yeah.
First horror show, I don't know if this counts, but Goosebumps popped into my head first. I definitely know that was a big initial inspiration. The first horror movie I think I ever saw was probably the first Friday the 13th. I think I was like 5 or 6, and I think my dad showed me it.
Oh, same here. Yeah. I was around that age when they were showing me all those, for a kid, disturbing films, but
yeah, Friday, that scared the shit out of me.
Heck yeah, man.
And I remember Chucky was a big one that scared me. E.T. for the longest time was horrifying to me. I was mortified. I remember on the channel Nickelodeon, they started to syndicate the movie, and so previews advertising that the movie was going to get shown would play, and so I'd be sitting there watching Drake and Josh, and I'd be like, man, life's good, and then it'd be like, coming up at 8, E.T., and I'd fucking run to the other room and hide, and I'm like, I'm not looking at him.
E.T. is a bit scary, so he's weird looking, and I could see,
but
I could see us being a kid, that freaking you out a little bit. Yeah, definitely.
I remember reading a tweet not too long ago that said like, me and my friends would have beat E.T. to death with hammers. I know that for sure.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
That's related. He looks like a stumpy nutsack. I don't know. I don't like.
If he had a little bit more hair on the bottom part of his body.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Little chin scruff going on.
Oh,
Peter
God.
Griffin's chin.
Yeah, that's terrible. Zach Cato, I have all of the old Universal Monster classics and their sequels. I'd love to see the extra Hammer films, though.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to any newer movies that are coming out, or?
Well, obviously, Halloween Ends has me on the edge of my seat to leave me disappointed.
You had to go there. Oh, boy.
You know I had to do it.
Yeah.
You fucking asked me what my favorite horror franchise is. Like,
I
the first
know.
time we talked.
Hey, we've joked, but people
So, hey, you like weather?
people love to hear still about it. Hey, Zardoz, what's going on, man? Nice to see you in the chat. There's going to be a segment coming up, you guys. Every Monday, we're going to do a channel member or Patreon member for Monday nights. So Zardoz is going to be... Oh, boy, I think the second week. I forget what date I threw at you, Zardoz, but we will talk about his book that he's got and discuss old-time radio and other things with him, too. So that's going to be something new that's coming on the channel, too. And if that don't work out, then I'll scrap that, too. But anyways.
It's all trial and error, son.
It is.
They're talking about Poltergeist in the chat, and that's an absolute fantastic contender. From the ripping the face off to that just...
Yeah.
Appalling clown to the tree that, I mean, it's not quite Evil Dead tree scary, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's
Nobody gets raped by the tree in
no.
Poltergeist, at least that we know of.
Yeah, I don't think so, unless it was on set.
I'm pretty
I mean,
certain
I don't.
that doesn't happen. Might be
Yeah.
off screen, but CJ brings up another great point that I think we could equally talk about, that E.T. will always have beef with him because it affected every other great movie that came out in 1982.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, my gosh.
What a year.
Yes, such a big year. The Thing was another big movie in that year. I mean, there were so many movies in 1982.
Blade Runner, Friday
Yes.
the 13th 3. The summer alone was just constant.
Yep.
Just hit after hit. Rocky 3. I mean,
Yeah. It was amazing, man. 1982 is the year. I think me and Ted talked about this a while back, on which was the best year for movies, and it was 1982 by far. I mean,
CJ and I said that yesterday. That's a very close contender, if not the contender.
Yeah.
We couldn't think of a better one.
Oh, somebody's talking about Witchboard. Oh, my God. Sarah. Not a fan of Witchboard. How about you, Luke?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's a movie. Tawny Katane, she was in the very first one. I don't know if she did the subsequent films because I never cared to watch the other Witchboard films. Even there were more. You know what movie I really liked that I just watched, and I'm not one of those people who really like new movies. Midnight Mass. Have you seen that series?
Oh my fucking God.
That
might be the greatest
Amen.
television series I've
Thank
ever
you.
seen.
Thank you. Oh, I cannot believe you agree with me there.
I cried, I laughed, I was horrified.
Yes.
As I keep saying, with that delightful inflection that probably comes off like nails on the chalkboard.
No, that's fine. No.
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 And you know what? It's one of those things where I almost want to stop talking about it right now because I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah.
Just that Mike Flanagan was doing it.
Right.
And that's almost the best way to do it. So real quick.
Okay.
If you guys haven't seen Midnight Mass, go watch it. Like, log off. I don't even care. If this drops to 0 because everyone wants to watch it, I'd be fine.
Oh,
It's so incredible.
I've talked about it on the channel many, many times and said, you must go watch this. Please go watch this. There's so many things involved. I mean, religion's involved. Vampires,
I like the
fallen.
fact they deconstruct kind of religion as a whole, but use.
Well, they intermingle that kind of a vampire and fallen angel to kind of mishmash it together in a cheap way of saying it. But no, I won't give nothing away. You got to see it. Midnight Mass. It should still be on Netflix, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it was produced by Netflix, so I don't think
Yeah.
it should go in.
Yeah, it shouldn't go anyway, but definitely a one to watch. It's one of my favorite, like you said, of all time. I mean, it's really went and jumped right up to the top. Movie wise, though, there was one I just saw, and it may sound, oh my God, what? But X. I saw X.
Woo! Another absolute classic in the making right there.
Yes.
I hate when people say that, but you gotta say it with a movie that's that retro, but felt very new.
Yes. It had, like you said, it had a retro feel to it, and I think it along the lines of Texas Chainsaw Massacre a bit. You can tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you can tell there was some influence there, but a group of kids going out to film a porn movie, and it's not exactly the way it sounds. Okay, it is a classic, like he said, in the making. I think people.
Here's my Letterboxd review for X.
Okay.
A movie about making a triple X flick that would be rated X in reality, that discusses the main actress's X factor, featuring wild X Games shenanigans and surprisingly little X-Men.
There you go. There you go.
It was excellent.
Yes. I loved that movie, and I don't get to say that too often about any, newer horror movies. I think I've said that about this one. And Midsommar. Hereditary was pretty darn good, although
Hereditary I loved.
Yeah, touched a little deep with me, emotionally, so I was a little,
Family turmoil is where it's at, baby. That's cinema.
Yep.
But you know what? I see a ton of new movies. I'm usually pretty caught up on these things, and I know you're not huge on it, but another horror movie, and I wouldn't even really classify it as like a straight up horror movie. It's definitely not like a slasher flick like X was.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost more like a grindhouse thriller, but like for suburbia.
Okay.
And it was Black Phone. I just saw it last week.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
My expectations were, as Mr. Plinkett would say, so low they were near dinosaur bones. I thought it was just gonna be some crap, I wound up really enjoying it. It had a lot of like very clear influences from like those grindhouse kind of Robert Rodriguez,
okay,
early Tarantino kind of like almost homemade kind of feel to it, but
yeah,
instead of being like on the Mexican border, it's like in small town Illinois or wherever this movie took place.
Okay,
it takes place in the late 70s, and there's a lot of Spielbergian, Stephen King sort of influence there. There's a lot of It references, like one of the little character kids wears Georgie's yellow raincoat, and Ethan Hawke is fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
I didn't expect.
Wow. Okay.
Not because he's not good, but I didn't expect him to pull out such a gross performance, I would call it, because like he played. There's a lot of Texas Chainsaw in how the killer behaves.
Okay.
With his masks, I'm sure you saw the poster.
Yeah.
It was very good, and
okay, good. Yeah, no, that's what I was hoping. I haven't seen it yet, but is one that stood out. Always Learning Mary, my son and I are going to see it this weekend. Yay. Yeah, no, it's the movie that I do want to see next.
And you know what? I think they'll really enjoy it because it's not like super graphic. Like there's a lot of like kids swearing, but it's graphic in like Stand By Me style, not like guts are getting ripped open sort of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I think that'll be a really fun movie for them.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, no, I did want to see it, and I was hesitant a little bit because the poster kind of looks, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was kind of a sleeper hit almost.
Okay.
Where I wasn't expecting a lot, and I left really enjoying it.
Good. Everybody's bringing up Red Letter Media now. I mean, how can you not? Mr. Plinkett nails my sentiment on Star Wars. Yeah. They're, and you know what? I like the what is that? The Wheel of the Worst is probably
Best of the Worst.
Best of the Worst.
They do the Wheel of the Worst. They do the Blinketo. They do the Black Spine. Like every gimmick they churn out, I still find myself enthusiastically watching every upload.
Oh yeah. If nobody's seen Red Letter Media, man, give that a shot too.
Oh yeah, they're better than both us for sure.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I tell you, if you had
Well, I'll tell you what.
if you had the people around you to help out with it, no, I mean they're full on production now and everything else. So good for them. Good for them. And they deserve it, Cow Fart, what is going on? $10 super chat. 1963 was the best year for flicks. The Birds, Black Sabbath, The Comedy of Terrors, Dementia 13, A Diary of Madman, The Raven, Twice Told Tales, Fight Me, Whippersnappers. Hey, you're not going to get no, I agree. Well, I'm not going to say
That's still a solid lineup.
Yeah, I'm not going to say best year for flicks for me, okay? But I'm not going to...
The Raven is nevermore.
Exactly. But I'm not going to deny that those are all great films. I mean, The Burbs is fantastic. Comedy of Terrors stands out for me. You got Peter Lorre and Vincent Price. And, it's just a fantastic film. But...
I call my day-to-day life.
Right. But thank you very much, Cow Fart. I do appreciate it. The name goes down in
That's
his...
a great sentence.
What's that?
Thanks for the money, Cow Fart.
Yeah, hey.
It almost sounds like you're insulting someone. I love it.
Some of the names that come up in here.
You said cow fart initially, and I looked in the chat, and it's not spelled phonetically.
Right.
It's spelled different than cow and fart, which
Yeah.
is even funnier.
Exactly.
PH and I love it.
Exactly. I mean, he's always here. Cow Fart is fantastic, and thank you again for the.
Never leaves.
Cow Fart is
He's
awesome.
fart.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Let's see. Anything else I didn't miss in the chat? The early 2000s. One is all right for... Wait, what are they talking about? For the
I don't know.
1974 version, they made 2 reboots.
I thought Texas Chainsaw initially, but now I'm confused.
Well, if you're talking Texas Chainsaw, yeah, I mean, there's so many. I think we're...
Oh my god, the new one is
yeah.
so bad.
Oh, I can imagine.
We did a podcast episode with our live reaction. We literally watched it upstairs.
Okay.
Ran downstairs podcast and
For Pick It and Flick It?
that's right.
Okay.
Another shameless plug.
Okay.
But,
No shameless. Yeah, no shameless plug. Pick It and Flick It is fantastic. Mostly
it's
because
all right. It's fine.
I like that kind of show. But anyways, go ahead.
But it has some of my new favorite, I guess, memeable horror movie lines because "Do Your Thing, Cuz" needs to step aside because "Hey, Leatherfuck," that's my new favorite.
Oh no.
It's
Really?
fantastic.
Oh jeez. Yeah, no,
I laughed out loud at least 20 times.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's one of those movies. But if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. I know there's a new Jeepers Creepers too. A baby reborn or something like that.
Yeah, up for adoption.
Yeah. How could
then, I don't know. It was supposed to be coming out this year, I think.
Yeah.
And I was reading that someone's getting sued because they didn't have the right permission to be using it. But who's still using it? Does it really matter like that?
Yeah, exactly. And Tracy Asteri puts the link up there, Pick It and Flick It podcast.
Well, thank you.
I think a lot of people would like that too from the channel because this is kind of a long format channel, and a lot of people like podcasts, radio dramas, old time radio shows. So just listening to somebody talk about movies and stuff like that, I think they really do a good job in Pick It and Flick It. I wish there were more episodes, but
as a matter of fact, we've got I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Mostly Vox and the illustrious co-host that kind of stole my spot, as Vox said, makes me bitter. He said,
oh jeez.
Tosh and the two of them have been secretly whipping up some spicy Halloween content, similar to what we did a few years ago. And
nice.
There might be close to 31 October episodes in the works.
Wow. Okay. Very
Vox
cool.
and Tosh have been working diligently while I think I've been on 1 or 2 so far, and I think they have nearly 20 done. So
Wow. Okay. So lots
so it's gonna be
coming.
a lot of good stuff coming.
But again, Confused Reviews is what we're here for. Check out the talented Luke and his channel. You will really like it. Tom Knight Music says, Dino, you turned me onto original Wicker Man. Would have never watched it if you didn't play it. So yes, the Wicker Man. Luke, I'm not sure your feelings on it, but one of the greatest. I mean, it's the greatest folk.
I don't know, man.
Folk
Nobody
horror.
yells, not the bees in that one.
Not that one. No.
I'm saying nobody said.
Yeah.
Does who is the
Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. Okay. See,
Yes.
I almost said, and then Count
Yeah.
Hart would have jumped down my throat.
Oh heck yeah, heck yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't dress in a bear costume and punch a lady in the face, so I can't say I like it more.
Oh my god. No, he's being sarcastic. I know.
Sometimes I lay it on a little too thick, and I'm sure for some of the newcomers, they're like, "Wait a minute, wait a second."
No. When we let loose on this channel, and again, if you guys aren't part of the Patreon page and the channel memberships here on the Late Late Horror Show, that is where we kind of turn R-rated. In the movie nights every Friday and Sunday, we talk right before the movies and stuff like that, and that's where it's a little bit more R-rated, and we kind of let loose, and the stuff we talk about is just unbelievable. Which, by the way, if you're listening, the start of the Old Time Radio stream tonight, I am going to give away 5 memberships to random chatters, which will be you guys if you guys are chatting tonight in the Old Time Radio stream. But yeah, there's going to be at least 5. If I think so, who knows? There might be more.
6. How about 6?
Well, at least 5, but there will be free, so they'll have access to everything.
At least 5. Maybe 6.
Listen here, Luke. Come on. So that'll be in the chat. So I'm just throwing that out there so you guys know. It will be probably a half hour into the stream, so everybody can kind of get in there and all that good stuff.
And one girly girl's calling you out. Mostly the boys talking about boobies.
Ginger.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I know she's telling the truth.
Oh, she's right. Yeah. I mean, I feel sorry for the girls sometimes. I'm like going, but they kind of chime in too.
Everybody likes boobs.
You know, yeah. I mean, they're fine, fantastic. Anyways, I'm stopping there. Anyways,
that's all you need. They're fantastic. Full stop.
Connie Clary, Frankenhooker. Yes, we had a movie night for Frankenhooker, which I'm sure Luke's a fan of Frankenhooker.
Certified hood classic, of course.
Yes, I mean, you know, Frank Henenlotter, basket.
I just wish the monster dash hooker concept would have taken off further. I would have loved that.
Yes.
Porky's hooker.
Yeah.
Jaws hooker.
Well,
they make a shark movie about everything. Is there a Jaws that's a shark movie about like a prostitute shark? I'm just saying.
Yeah, Ginger says no.
I Spit on Your Grave, but with a shark.
Oh gosh! Oh my God! Yeah.
Now, where's my check, Hollywood? I'm right here.
So many good ideas. So many wasted ideas. I don't know. Yeah.
Straight in the bit.
Ginger says no. Don't feel sorry for us. We join in and all have fun. Yepers.
See? I told you.
So So we're winding down here. We're getting to the bottom of the hour. And I would definitely say once again, go subscribe. The links are everywhere, you guys. You guys know where they're all at. Confused Reviews. The channel, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. Good stuff put together, really, really fun. Tracy Asteria just put the links for our Patreon here on the channel.
Awesome. Very cool.
And to join the channel. So
everybody join Dino's thing. Give him more money.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
He needs that diamond Lamborghini.
Something.
Tomorrow.
Something I need. I don't know. But yeah.
We're gonna go buy steaks and
We're going to buy steaks.
$3,000 whiskeys after the stream.
I do apologize for the beginning. There was a slight hiccup there, but that happens.
All good.
Yeah, it all. But we got a good show in here. It's always good talking to Luke and talking
Appreciate
movies.
you having me once again.
Yeah, I'm glad you let me know your franchise bests. So.
Of course. And if anyone wants to know my favorite Michael Myers kill
Oh,
or
jeez.
which Chucky sequel I like the best, be
Oh.
sure to check out Confused Reviews.
Yes.
And if you want to listen to 3 mentally unstable lunatics talk about movies, check out Pick It and Flick It.
Yes.
And, of course, check out Dino's stuff. Go watch more.
Yes. Well, there's plenty to watch.
Watch
I
the
mean,
ones with Ted in them. He's funny. He's great.
thank
Bounce
you.
off each other. The chemistry is so delicious. It's almost unreal. And you guys are sitting here listening to me. We should be watching those.
No. Listen here. Thank you very much for that.
Hey, Alfarts, did he just get a raise? This guy is...
Cow fart. Say what you will, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with boobs or bongs for that matter, but I digress. Yeah, you know what, Luke, let me tell you this. There was a hiccup for TerraVision night on movie night. So scratch that movie. So we turned to Evil Bong. Okay?
That's one of those movies that, like...
I didn't...
I love telling people that it exists.
Yeah, it was so... Do you know that movie offended and I lost 2 members because of the movie?
What?
Yeah, it was...
Well, you know what? That just means they were soft little baby boys, and fuck them. I'm glad they're gone.
It was... Well, you know, if you can't handle horror... That's part of horror and everything... I mean, come on.
It's not scary.
True,
it's
exactly.
absurd.
Exactly. Yeah, Evil
We
Bong...
have a multi-picture franchise about a sentient weed bong that, like, kills people. Like, what? That is the most insane idea you could ever think up.
From the
I'm
minds
sure I was
of...
completely sober when they did it, too.
Yes, right. From the minds of Full Moon Entertainment. You
the
get...
greatest film company on the planet.
I'm telling you. Yeah, much more so than Trauma. Trauma just doesn't bring out enough. But Trauma's up
Trauma
there.
fell off, man.
They did. Yes, they did. Well, you know...
Toxic Avenger remake, like, what is the world?
Oh, God. Yeah, no, not good. But anyways, thank you again, Cowfart, for that. I really appreciate it. Anything else here? Oh no, LOL, Evil Bong. Yeah, Tracy, I know. It was something else. Let's see. Look at Killer Donuts. That's another. Hey, you were mentioning me and Ted. Yeah, you know, it's a shame looking back on the years that me and Ted did so many great 1.5 hour shows, 2 hour shows, where an hour into it, like, something great happens. And like there were episodes where we just cracked up laughing and like for 10 minutes we just couldn't catch our breath. And I'm like going, you know what? And me and Ted would go, nobody's watching this anyways. What are you doing? And we're just cracking up laughing. So going back and watching them now, there's some gems, man. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
Some fun stuff that just would never happen in like any other kind of stream, like a review or anything like that, you know. The good stuff comes from some of the long format, you know, shows that people do. And I don't know. And that was a different era too, Luke, you know. I mean, you know, I know it wasn't that long ago, but 5 years ago.
It's insane to think how fast and speedious things have changed, because like radio was so big for a long time, and then radio turned into podcasting, and then kind of radio, podcasting, TV, movies all kind of just got like forcibly square peg in the round hole, all together in this weird little rectangle we all have in our pockets. And now we can make like TikTok videos that are 2 minutes long and 55 million people can see them.
Yes.
It's just insane how fast things have moved, and your state's away from me and everybody in the chat is all over the place.
Yep.
It's just such a weird thing that we all can still come together and bond over stupid horror movies and dumb effects and characters and scripts that you would think they were written on napkins. Like,
well, some of them were, but anyways.
Absolutely. And the napkins were then rolled real tight into a straw-like shape and then I don't know what happens after that, but there's definitely a sniffing sound.
Yes.
And people get really hyper, really fast.
Yes. The days of I'm sure it still happens, but of getting like wasted and
Not the good stuff.
yeah,
It
exactly.
was definitely
Well, you know,
a key ingredient to a lot of successful movies of yesteryear.
yes. One last question before I let you go, because I'm curious. Your thoughts on the this season of Stranger Things?
I was gonna bring that up earlier, but I knew it was gonna turn into an entire rabbit hole of sorts. Where we weren't gonna be able to get off of it. So that's great that you brought it up.
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm loving the new season.
Okay.
2 and 3, I wasn't like super excited about.
Okay.
Still now, I don't love them, but this new one is very close, depending how it shapes out with these last 2 episodes.
Right.
I kept telling everyone, like, in my personal life, like, this is the Freddy Krueger remake I never got.
Right. Yeah.
Vecna is
It's a cool character. Yes. Vecna
he's
is
a very well done character, but
yes.
he's also very Freddy inspired. I mean, obviously Robert Englund was in the fucking season. It's
yeah.
not some grand conspiracy, but like I'm glad that this show allows for this gruesome stuff to be going on. Like the very first episode, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Right? Yeah. No. It's got some good stuff in it. And
I had a theory for many years that 11 is gonna cause Chernobyl at the end of this season, and I broke it all down in CJ's stream, and I think he's gonna clip it. So hopefully he has that clip, and I will either be validated or completely wrong on Friday, because to make a long story short, 1986 was when Chernobyl happened. A lot of the characters are in Russia. 11 doesn't have her powers, and I'm thinking when she sees Hopper again, that's what's going to trigger her powers to come back. She's going to be so overwhelmed with emotion that it's all going to flood back, and that's what's going to help her defeat Vecna, but inadvertently have Chernobyl melt down.
So this is just your opinion.
This is my theory.
Okay.
I've been sitting on this for years. Since
Wow.
the last season came.
Okay. Wow, interesting. I mean that's noted, man. If that comes true, I'll be coming back to you, man.
And you know
but
what? It started like it snowballed, because it started as just like a goof, because like I like history, so
yeah.
Thinking about it, and I was like, 1986 is the new season. Chernobyl happens. Russia's a big part of not only the 80s but the show, and by that point in history. Yeah. So I was just sitting on it, and then one of the other guys that was in the stream started looking into it. The camp that they're all at is like only 1,000 miles away, or like 1,000 kilometers. I don't know what the conversion is.
Yeah. It gets tricky.
It's in the same general area as where Chernobyl happened, like very close.
Wow,
and
I mean,
didn't even know that, and then we discovered that yesterday. So like, if this isn't what happens, it should have been, because I'm very almost proud of this crazy idea.
No, if it comes true, that's something else.
You heard it here first.
There you go.
Sorry if that's a spoiler.
Well, it's not a spoiler, because there's nothing nowhere around saying or stating that. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if that's what ends up happening, you'll have heard it here first.
Wow, interesting, Luke. Tracy is awesome. She's always helping, thanking. Yes.
Again, everyone who's stuck around.
Yeah, she doesn't have to do that. I thank her very much for loving the channel as much as she does, and doing that for me with all the links and everything. And Emily, everyone, please remember to hit the thumbs up for Dino. Thank you.
Smash.
Yes, Patrick McFadden, greetings and salutations. Glad to hear you guys. Very cool. Real quick, CJ Stream, what is that channel again? Could you tell me?
Yeah, that's my buddy, the Charles Jackson, and he live streams on Twitch, and it should be the same name.
Okay, the Charles Jackson. Okay.
Yeah, he should have been in the chat here.
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to find. I
okay,
think
cool.
I shot you the link anyway, but.
Yeah. Okay,
he's
cool.
a cool dude. Everyone should check his stuff out as well.
Okay, cool. So there we go. I think pretty good. I mean, the number one channel spotlight, Confused Reviews. I think it turned out well. Hopefully you guys all dug Luke. He, again, very talented guy, knows his stuff, whether it's old or new. He's got kind of some decades there that he really knows well, but he's all over the place. He's really, really good. There's the Charles Jackson Archives. I know I'm going to check you out just because if Luke's on there, I got to go check it out and listen to you guys. So you may have another listener there, Charles Jackson. But thank you, Luke, for coming on, man. Going to need to have you on here for a casual commentary in the future, if you would. That would be cool.
Anytime, let me know.
Okay, so with that said, I'm going to let you go, Luke, and I will talk to you real soon, okay?
Awesome. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks to Dino. Check everyone's stuff out and drink lots of water. Stay hydrated.
Thank you for that, Luke. Very well said. Take care, bud.
See you guys.
Goodbye. So there you go. That's Luke with Confused Reviews. I really appreciate him coming on here with me because we go all the way back from the beginning of YouTube when I started with Ted. So many memories, man. The horror movie review guy. My God, Eric from the Death Twitch, Brian Gatto. There's so many names that I could just go on and on about, but some of the great memories I've had was with, and you can find some of this stuff on my past streams that are way deep in the archive. You have to go way back there to check stuff like that out. But all you D-Knights, take care, and you too. Thank you again, Cow Fart, so much for the super chats. And I really do appreciate it. But again, I'm going to give away some memberships for a whole month, a free 1 month membership to Patreon and the channel here. So you will get all exclusive movie nights and everything else that's involved with all of that stuff. Rest in peace, horror movie review guy. Yes, Confused Reviews. He did pass away, and it's sad. It's sad to think of because that's where it all started with him. And my channel wouldn't have gotten back up because for some reason when I first started the YouTube channel, it got shut down. And he rallied everybody to get a hold of YouTube, and it was back up that night. So I love the guy. He was a great guy. Some people didn't like him, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyways, JLR, thank you, Dino. This was awesome. Fantastic. Thank you. A little bit different, you guys. Something a little bit different, but, trivia gets a little old. So, spotlighting some channels and helping some people out and doing different things is kind of a cool idea. And thanks to my good friend Dave Plouffe, who kind of brainstormed some ideas here and threw them my way and all that. So, yeah. And Paranormal Into the Night is kicking into gear, getting red hot, you guys. The whole month of July are guests. And tomorrow, I just changed the thumbnail. I've got some video clips that I will be sharing with this woman who has been tormented by aliens and UFO experiences, and she's got some videos and all kinds of stuff. But the story is the real deal. She believes it's happening to her. So just listen to what she's got to say, and it's going to probably be one of the more interesting shows to hear the torment that this woman's going through. Is just unbelievable. And when I heard it, I said, and she even said, do you want me on your show? Because people are going to look at me and go, this woman's crazy. This is just crazy stuff. But I'm like, yes. She needs help, she says. She's looking for help. If she could only get somebody to help her out. And I said, come on, tell your story. And you never know who might reach out to you. So that's going to be very interesting. But tonight, Dino has some Broadway is my beat, and that's a close second. Says Ginger, yes. Yes. Everybody in this chat, all my family members here, all of you guys, I love you all to death. And I am going to shut up and get ready for the Old Time Radio stream. Here we go. UFO's no joke. I support her. Thank you. You got to support somebody no matter what they're going through. If it's to the point of torment or they can't handle this anymore, then yes, you got to support that person. So it's been a back and forth discussion with her, so it's going to be very interesting. So, yes, I will see you guys all at the detective stream overnight. Much love to each and every one of you who showed up for this new show, Spotlighting Channels. And